a commissioner of police announced in a press conference that they had arrested a state house of assembly member, a former local government chairman, and a district head, all in connection with banditry. At the verse, I feel devastated at the moment. I feel very terrible as I speak right now. Like, what is really happening to our country, Nigeria? What is happening to Nigeria? What did they happen? Can someone explain to me? Because I don't get it. I don't get what they happen. You know, Nigeria is the giant of Africa. But Nigeria is still battling with insecurity. In 2025, a lot of insecurity issues. I feel disenchanted with government too. I'm not gonna lie for you. You know, the primary responsibility of government is protection of lives and property. But will you say government has succeeded in that regard? No, they have failed. They have failed. The whole thing is glaring. They don't fail. And that's supposed to be their primary responsibility. I did tell you, I'm not happy. It's really disheartening. I did tell you. To tell you how bad it is, the whole thing has degenerated to a point where nowhere is safe in the country as I speak. Not even FCT Abuja. Abuja, that is supposed to be the safest place in Nigeria, the Federal Capital Territory, it's not safe. Go to Abuja and see what's happening there now. Kidnapping, one chance, and the rest going on there. And then it baffles me because every year government votes huge amount of money for security in the budget. And then we have security apparatus in this country. They work day and night. And then at the end of the day, the result they achieve is not commensurate with the money that is being spent and their effort that they put in. So one is tempted to ask, what is really happening? What did they happen? Nah, I'm the only who go ask questions because no job fold their hand they watch. I don't understand. Okay, let's look at the north. It's enough fact that if you go to the north, Boko Haram insurgency is still ongoing. It has lasted for more than a decade now. And you can imagine the number of persons that have lost their lives. Properties destroyed, lives destroyed. People have lost their children, lost their siblings, lost their parents. Still in the north is where you have the highest level of banditry. Banditry is on the increase every day. People have been displaced from their ancestral homes. Now they are now in where they call IDP camps. They are now internally displaced persons in their country. They've lost their means of livelihood. Now depending on individuals, government and NGOs for survival. As I speak now, they don't even have hope. They don't know when they will go back to their various communities, to their various ancestral homes. So it's really disheartening, I'm telling you. And it's not just about the physical destruction. It has this trauma that comes with it. Imagine those of them that are in those IDP camps. Those of them now that have lost their children, they lost their family members, they lost friends. In such circumstances, how do you think they will feel? There's a trauma that comes with it. I can imagine what they are going through. You understand? So, what I'm trying to say is nowhere is safe. Okay, come to the south. Be it southeast, south or southwest. Nowhere is safe. We still have banditry activities going here, kidnapping and everything. In the southeast, we have the IPOB, that's the Biafra agitators. Their activities are still going on. Fulani headsmen, kidnapping, You go to the south, it's still the same thing. And then we also have the Niger Delta militants. Even though they say they are repentant militants, we still have some of them that are still carrying out their activities. Go to the southwest, it's the same thing. Nowhere is safe. I'm telling you the truth. Nowhere is safe. The country is gradually closing in on us. It's gradually closing in on us because it has spread around the country. Nowhere is safe. Now, you might be tempted to say, because it has not happened to you as an individual, it has not affected your family members or someone who is connected to you directly or indirectly, and so you might be tempted to say, that's not my business, it no concern me. But the truth remains that all of us are at risk. Yes, except for maybe those highly placed persons in the society and government officials who can afford traveling by air with their family, and maybe those of them who move about with escort. Those are the people that one might say are exempted. Otherwise, for those of us who cannot afford that, we are all at risk. Because imagine saying now you enter road now, say you dey travel, then you now meet these bandits and you're kidnapped. You are at their mercy. That's what I'm talking about. So this is a very serious situation. As I speak now, every day that passes by, there's one incident or the other that takes place. Just about a week ago, I saw a post by a very dark man. In that post, I observed that there was a kidnap incident in Edo State. I don't know where he was headed to. But when he got to the scene where it happened, the kidnappers had left with the passengers of a bus. And then there was a young man lying there in a pool of blood. I guess that must have been the driver who was shot. And they were able to help him. I commend very dark man. Not be any kind of person go fit do that kind of thing. They were able to take the young man to the hospital and he was resuscitated. I commend that man, very dark man, for that. So what I'm trying to say is that a lot is happening. And it's not just about the kidnappers, the Fulani herdsmen that we hear that do these things and the rest too. There are some highly placed persons who are also connected to this. I give you an instance. In Zamfara State, some time ago, a commissioner of police announced in a press conference that they had arrested a state house of assembly member, a former local government chairman, and a district head, all in connection with banditry in Zamfara State. That is to tell you how complex the situation is. You can imagine if these highly placed persons in the society are involved. That should tell you the complexity of this thing. And so it's not something that should be trivialized. Yes, that's just the truth. I don't go lie for you. This matter, it don't tie rapper. I'm telling you. So my advice now as I speak, it is time for us to start talking. Yes, it's time for us to start talking because government has failed in her responsibility. So what we need to do now is to lend our voices. Let's start talking just the same way we did during NSAS. By so doing, government will now do something about it, because I've come to realize that when certain issues like this come up, government realize it. But when Nigerians begin to rise up, they will now wake up to their responsibility. So I just want to make we talk. Let's not keep calm. Let's continue talking. As you're watching me now, as this video comes your way, like, comment and share. Let it go viral. Even if you know if you talk, maybe say na your own contribution be that. Let this video go viral. Let the awareness come up. Maybe we'll start to talk. Because the country is gradually closing in on us. Don't be say you go wait till where it don't happen to you before you can't know how serious the situation is. Remember, some of these people now, where they don't kidnap, they've been just day like us. They enjoy their freedom and the rest. But today now they don't hold them. They are at their mercy. Man, it's not funny at all, though. I tell you. So I want to use this opportunity to give a very big shout out to very dark man. Omo, you don't try you, I no go lie for you. Most of the things where you do me, I no go fit do am. I tell you. But I just want to say thank you for all you've been doing for humanity, and I pray that God will continue to bless you and strengthen you so that you do more for humanity. I remember your boy Emma Ilom. Stay blessed until I come your way next time.